Lee Kuan Yew is widely remembered as the founding father of modern Singapore and one of the most influential political leaders in Asian history. His leadership transformed Singapore from a small developing island with limited resources into one of the richest, safest, and most advanced countries in the world. His story is not only about politics, but also about vision, discipline, determination, and nation building. Lee Kuan Yew was born on September 16, 1923, in Singapore during the British colonial period. He came from a middle-class Chinese family and grew up in a society that was heavily influenced by British rule. From a young age, he showed strong intelligence, confidence, and leadership qualities. During World War II, Singapore was occupied by Japan. Like many people living in Singapore at the time, Lee Kuan Yew experienced hardship and uncertainty during the war years. These experiences deeply influenced his understanding of politics, survival, and national security. After the war, he pursued higher education in the United Kingdom. He studied law at the prestigious University of Cambridge and achieved excellent academic results. His time in Britain exposed him to international politics, law, and ideas about governance, democracy, and national development. After returning to Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew worked as a lawyer. However, he soon became deeply involved in politics and labor movements. He strongly believed that Singapore needed self-governance, modernization, and economic independence. In the 1950s, he co-founded the People's Action Party, commonly known as the PAP. This political party would later become the dominant force in Singaporean politics for decades. In 1959, Singapore achieved self-government and Lee Kuan Yew became the country's first prime minister. At that time, Singapore faced many serious problems: high unemployment, poor housing conditions, ethnic tensions, limited natural resources, weak economy. Many people doubted whether Singapore could survive as an independent country. In 1963, Singapore briefly joined Malaysia, but political and ethnic tensions soon created major conflicts between the leaders of both sides. In 1965, Singapore separated from Malaysia and became an independent nation. This was one of the most emotional moments in Lee Kuan Yew's life. During a televised press conference, he became emotional while speaking about Singapore's separation from Malaysia. He knew that the future of the country would now depend entirely on its own leadership and survival. From that point forward, Lee Kuan Yew focused intensely on building Singapore into a strong and modern nation. He introduced strict anti-corruption policies and built one of the cleanest governments in the world. He believed that corruption would destroy national development, so he enforced strong laws and high standards for public officials. He also focused heavily on education. Under his leadership, Singapore invested in schools, universities, technical training, and bilingual education. He believed human talent was Singapore's greatest resource because the country lacked natural resources like oil or minerals. Lee Kuan Yew worked aggressively to attract foreign investment and international companies. He created a stable business environment with strong infrastructure, efficient government systems, and modern transportation. Over time, Singapore became a major global financial center, one of the busiest ports in the world, a technology and business hub, one of the safest countries globally. Public housing was another major achievement under his leadership. Millions of Singaporeans were able to own affordable homes through government housing programs. His leadership style was disciplined, strategic, and highly demanding. He expected high performance from government officials and believed in long-term planning over short-term popularity. Supporters praised him for transforming Singapore into a global success story. Critics, however, argued that his government was sometimes too strict on political opposition, freedom of speech, and media control. Despite criticism, many world leaders respected Lee Kuan Yew because of his intelligence, political strategy, and economic vision. He became known internationally as one of Asia's greatest statesmen. In his personal life, Lee Kuan Yew was married to Kwa Geok Chu, a highly respected lawyer. Their relationship was known for deep mutual respect and strong partnership. They had children together, including Hsien Loong, who later became Prime Minister of Singapore. Unlike many powerful leaders around the world, Lee Kuan Yew was not known for luxury business empires or billionaire lifestyles. His image was mainly built around discipline, governance, and national development. Even after stepping down as Prime Minister in 1990, he continued serving in senior government roles and remained highly influential in Singaporean politics for many years. On March 23, 2015, Lee Kuan Yew passed away at the age of 91. His death received worldwide attention, and many global leaders paid tribute to his remarkable achievements. Today, his legacy continues to shape Singapore. Many people still view him as the architect of modern Singapore and one of the greatest nation builders in modern history. His journey from a young law student to the leader who transformed a small island into a global powerhouse remains one of the most extraordinary political stories in Asia.